Alright, how's it going today? So today we're going to try some standard. I've not played standard since cons, back when fetch lands were a thing. But they have some cool toys in standard, so I thought I'd give it a shot. I tried Esper Super Friends, wasn't overly impressed with it, so I just did it's a very rough take, my take on Esper Control. It's a more traditional Esper. You're just playing a bunch of instant speed cards with some sweepers and some planeswalkers to end the game. It's basically what we're going with. The numbers are a little rough. Playing a bunch of one-of removal spells here. One of Blood Chief's Thirsts. We're playing 2 Marches and one of the other March, the Black March. Strictly playing that for life gain. This deck has no other life gain in it. But so that's why we're playing that. We still have to rely on Fateful Absence as a good planeswalker removal and just overall removal spell in general. There's so many man lands now in standard that Fateful Absence is almost just more or less for them than planeswalkers, as we are playing Vanishing Verse. Most of the good planeswalkers in standard now are mono-colored, even the ones we're playing, which is a little rough against Orzhov Control. But we can usually outgrind them. We're playing a counterspell suite, more counterspells than normal. We're playing 2 negates. We're playing 4 Salt Cummings, and then we're going as far as 2 Devious cover-ups. Obviously, they loop with each other. You can just keep shuffling cards back in, so you'll never deck with 2 of them looping each other. In the late game, we have instant speed card draw, Behold the Multiverse, 3 Memory Deluges. We have board wipes and Meathook Massacre, Doomscar, and 2 Farewell. Farewell is a super strong card. It's really needed in any control deck in standard, in my opinion. We have some other removal spells here, as in Hero's Downfall. Kind of just a catch-all, to be honest. Our top end, our enders are... no idea. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce this card. The Blue Planeswalker and then Professor Onyx. We also have 1 Hullbreaker Horror. The fact that it's just uncounterable in some of the control matchups is amazing. I think we're playing 26 lands. Mana base probably could use some work on being, if we're going to be honest. We have 1 Hall of the Storm Giants. And then we're playing one of the Seagate Restoration. Surprisingly, it has been cast a few times. Been reasonable, and Amiria's Call sounds silly, but it's made some blockers and chump block for me to buy me some time before. So that's what we're playing. There's a bunch of cards you could have ran. Portable, pardon me. Portable Hole is a good one, but since we're playing Farewell, I don't want to blow up our own portable holes. I mean, we have Revitalize, Sunset Reverie. If you're expecting a bunch of aggro, you can play these in the main. Siphon Insight is a really strong card against our deck specifically, since we're going more counterspell heavy. Obviously, the Rechner would be great in here. Just to draw cards simply. We have no Teferis. Was this Edgar would be great. Problem with that is we play no other creatures, so it's going to die, which is fine. But I just feel like it's not where we want to be. We had the new Dragon Spirit in blue. Wanted to fit that in. Just didn't think it was worth it. The only thing I've been running into, surprisingly, I don't know why, when I play this list, I hit more control decks, which I would expect to play more aggro in best of 1. So I don't know what the deal is. I don't know if the meta is changing, or if me playing control decks pairs us against other control decks. I'm not sure. So if we keep playing that way, negate should come out, and they should be the... I just lost the name of it. The 1/1 blue that exiles all other copies of that instant or sorcery. I cannot think of it, but that we can replace that. So anyway, enough rambling. Let's just go ahead and play it. Play with this a little bit. The mana can be kind of rough sometimes. Obviously I need to work on that. I think needs tuned out, and then as long as we draw okay, as in like just don't flood out, it's fairly competitive, but we'll see. Hand's a little slow. I think we're going to keep here. If we didn't have so much interaction for cheap that we could cast with just two lands, I want to keep this, but we'll give it a shot. Really do need a land here. I'm going to foretell Behold the Multiverse here. We're just going to go ahead and do that as next turn we can hold up Saw It Coming. If they don't play anything for Saw It Coming, we can Behold the Multiverse. We do need some lands here though, would be nice. Hopefully they just are happy attacking us again and not doing anything. If that's the case, I'm willing to take the beats here and then just scry 2 and draw 2. All right, cool. I just want lands. There's the lands, we'll take them. I'm not going to be greedy in bottom 1. I realized we were gonna have to discard here. I would have killed their creature in response. So does anybody know? I don't actually know how this works. I assume we can play it for 0, right? We'll find out how this works. This is how it should work in theory. I don't know what our opponent's thinking about. Do we have interaction here? Come on, opponent. You gonna save your guy or not? Oh, that's right. Veil. Oh, Snake's getting a Veil. Do we think they have another one? Trying to debate if we want to waste a counter spell on this or not. Sure, why not? We'll see if they have another one here. They do not, okay. We do need some card draw here at some point. Just trying to keep the board clear here so we can untap and jam our Planeswalker. Standard control stuff here. Our opponent does have a ton of cards left. Since they played this, I think we're just gonna untap and cast Farewell. Just a cleaner answer to the troll. See if our opponent has anything else to play here. Question is here, do we just make a token and attempt to block, or do we think they have a removal spell? I think they probably have a removal spell, so we'll just go up here. Then we'll put the negate back. See if our opponent can kill our planeswalker here. If not, I feel like we fairly stabilized here. It is rather annoying it is exiling our graveyard, but this all seems perfectly fine for us. I think we're just going to keep drawing cards here. Our opponent's stuck on lands. Alright, those are pretty good cards. We'll put the Fateful Absence back, as odd as that sounds. We'll exile. Actually, we'll just do this now. Exile their troll. We can kill this guy. I'm not going to do it right now, as I want to hold up Devious Cover Up. They might have a fight spell here, which would be great, and we can just kill it in response. Get our 2-for-1. I think this is fine.
You know what time it is. Marvin Devine, Huber, Axel, and you know how we do.
Let's go ahead and kill this creature here. Let's go ahead here and make a blocker. We're just going to keep their board clean as well, so we'll just kill their creature here. We'll have up our counterspell and a draw card, so I don't think our opponent can come back from this. Card's rather annoying, so we will counter it. Put these cards back in our deck. Alright, at this point we're in garbage time. Our opponent will sooner or later realize that we have achieved garbage time. Trample Haste. Oh man. Opponent's still fighting. We'll have to give them a clue finally. Alright, that was enough for our opponent. We had our Memory Deluge and we were drawing 2 cards. So, I feel like that was the correct play there from our opponent. It's about what we want to happen in every game. We didn't see any Wraths there, which would have been great for us, but our 1-for-1 removal with a bunch of instant speed interaction is great. Us playing counter spells is nice too, because we can kind of choose what we're going to let through, so our removal spells line up well against their creatures. The roughest matchups for this I found is there are some people playing control decks that are very skewed in beating like mirror matches, and those can be a little rough. We'll keep this. Hopefully we're up against aggro. I was gonna play all our tap lands here. That way our choices later on are easier. As soon as enchantments, yeah, it's fine. We will kill this in response to anything that they do. I'm just gonna go ahead and kill this here. Is that right? Yeah. We could have let it go and held this up for wherever they play next, which I assume is the wedding card. I cannot think of the name. I'm terrible with standard if you can't tell. I played very few games of it, but yeah, wedding announcement, that's the card. We're going to take a small pop to the face here. Gain 3 life back, be up to 19. Put this on black. Some of the options here for the mana are a little rough. Sorry, I'm not explaining a lot here. I mean, this is all pretty much like autopilot stuff here. Unless our opponent gets a super aggressive start, we always do fairly well in this matchup. Yeah, as long as they don't have a super aggressive start, we can usually stay alive till we hit our farewells and just, you know, win from there. What card do we want to play here? I want a minus here because as it stands, they can just plus and kill it with their hall, not their hall, but their cave over there. The only problem with that, well, there's our farewell. That's great. The only issue with that, I'm sorry. The only issue with that is if we take that line, I assume they have a bunch of removal spells dead in their hand right now. As we're seeing here, all their stuff does not matter. This is probably one of our best matchups. So we're going to have a Planeswalker at 1, and we're going to untap and farewell and remove everything they've built up. It's just going to be gone. So. And just like that, they have 1 card and we have a Planeswalker. Alright, that's enough. That's about where that usually ends. Unless they have a super aggressive start. And we have a bunch of removal spells anyway to prevent us from dying early. It's usually about how that goes. Even their aggressive matchup, like their aggressive starts, you can usually stabilize at a lower life total, but you can still stabilize. Farewell is just a very good card. The only thing about Farewell is obviously is sorcery speed, so you are tapping out at 6 mana, so they can rebuild fairly quickly, and you can fall behind that way. Like if I had to tap out for Farewell and then they have a bunch of stuff to rebuild with, I had to tap out again, and then I have no card advantage. That is one way you can get around the deck we are playing. We'll keep this. Has removal spells, draw cards, pretty much everything we want. think we can let that card go. I'm just scared about missing land drops, so we want to foretell this. Our opponent didn't do anything. I assume that means they have... I assume this means they have a Snakeskin Veil? No? Okay. Well, that seems good for us. We'll pay 3 life here as we want to behold the multiverse end of turn. We need more lands. This card is kind of a problem. Wrong card. Go ahead and foretell this. Just pass. I'm glad we're running into more aggressive decks. This card is rather problematic, but again, Farewell just answers it so cleanly. With that said, we'll probably take a hit from this and they will draw some cards, which is unfortunate. This is rather unfortunate here. We will need to rip a land. That card's semi-terrifying, pardon me. That was unfortunate. They will get to draw a card here, but... If they don't play anything here, we do rip a land, I'll probably... Okay, that's very unfortunate. I was going to say we'll play the Professor Onyx at minus. Not much we can do here. This is where mono green can hang in, is where we just stumble and hit all our high-end threats. Let's put all 4 of these back in. They're all removal spells, which are great in this matchup. Alright. This works out well for us because we can minus, as long as they don't have that hasty, this hasty boy, we'll be okay. Looks like they're going to try and create their troll. I didn't realize they could do that, to be honest. That's unfortunate. I'll be honest with you, I did forget that they had the treasure over here. That's unfortunate. I'm gonna plus here. I can see a point of minusing there. The only problem is I assume they have more fight spells in their hand, as our deck has no targets for them. So I have a feeling they're probably flooding on some of them. All right, and that's enough for our opponent. I assume their hand was a bunch of removal spells and a bunch of fight spells, so us minusing there would have been terrible, as they would have fault killed our token, and then we would have lost their planeswalker. And if they want to draw 1 card per turn, not attacking it, we're drawing 2 cards with card selection. We're drawing 1 per turn, and then 2 out the planeswalker with putting 1 back. So all right, let's see if we can hit something other than mono green here. As much as I love playing that matchup because we can win, is, you know, it's nice. But another type of matchup would be great. I feel like mono red would probably be a really rough matchup for us, but I have yet to play it with this deck, so I'd be curious to see how that went. Give me 1 second, I apologize. Alright, there we go. Sorry. Again, removal spells, draw cards. I mean, it's kind of what we want to see. Looks like we might finally get to play against Orzhov Control. Oh, we're up against zombies, okay. We're just going to go ahead and foretell here. I feel like since we have a Meat Hook Massacre and a Doom Scar that we can wipe away their board, we should be okay later. Again, we just need land drops. What is this? Whenever... We're starting to take a lot of damage here, but it's not excessive yet. I'd like to untap a Meat Hook. Maybe I'm just being too greedy here. We just Meat Hook and take our... kill their 2 cards. Maybe this attacks, it decays, so. We'll see if that is the right play or not. We still have 2 other lands in hand, so. I did forget it would leave behind a 2-2 to be honest, but. I must say his decay mechanic is not very good against when you're up against yeah, the Meat Hook. I'm feeling pretty good about our spot here. I don't know what they expect out of our opponent here. It is worth noting that they do have a man land. Alright, they're activating their man land here to be aggressive, which I understand. Does anyone know, does this March work on their Hive of the Eye Tyrant? Because it's technically a creature and it doesn't say not land. We're going to try this. I actually don't know this interaction. Oh my. Oh my. Look at this. I'm learning. I'm learning. I did not realize that's the interaction that card had. Yeah, we need to add more of this card. Everyone's probably... audience is all shaking their head. Well, duh, Paul. Duh. There's a reason that card's so good. Alright, we need to go up on that card. Yeah, thanks, Brett. I didn't realize that's how it works. That is dirty. I didn't realize that there needs to be more of that card in the deck. I feel like we fairly stabilized here. It is worth noting we have no basics in this deck, so our opponent's Field of Ruin is literally just blowing the land up. It's also worth noting if I didn't have the Meat Hook, I wouldn't be so liberal about using our life total here. Yeah, that card is really good, isn't it? Like, I am shocked. Yeah. I thought it was going to be like a worse, yeah, I just lost the name of the card from Modern. The X and white. I don't think it's as strong as that, but it's definitely good. The instant speed part of it's amazing. Alright, our opponent's timing out here. They might be getting a little salty. Alright, looks like our opponent might just be giving up. I felt pretty good about our situation here anyway. We had up negate, and if they don't do anything, we have Behold the Multiverse. We also have a removal spell and Fateful Absence up as well. We're just going to cash this Doomscar in here. I was thinking about holding it, but at this point we have Negate up. We also have a Fateful Absence up. We're going to untap and have Professor Onyx. We have Memory Deluge. We're at 15 life. The only card we're probably worried about here, yeah, we don't care about this. You have to get, no. I didn't realize that they were, I thought they were a more aggressive deck. I didn't realize they went further up the curve. It's a little concerning, actually. Because they're playing snow covered, so that means they play the Blood on the Snow. The awkward part here is I'd love to Memory Deluge and go get a counterspell and hold it up, but we only have 2 blue sources, so we'll just have to play Professor Onyx here. There's another blue source for us. If they don't kill our Onyx here, I feel good about it. I didn't realize that they were like mono black control. All right. I feel like we stabilized fairly well here. All right. Again, we have achieved our garbage time. Trying to debate if I truly care about this card. I guess we do. We'll counter it. We had the counter. We don't have the clean answer. I don't think the zombies were going to be an issue, but when your opponent has to attack a planeswalker with a 1/1, it's not good. I must say Professor Onyx is a very good closer. Wow, it's a terrible hand. The fact that she gains you life and damages your opponent is great. Also, Onyx, yeah, as you see here, Onyx works great with Memory Deluge. I assume our opponent's holding out in the hope here that they, their Blood in the Snow will get them there. I'm not fighting over removal spells. I assume their hand's all removal spells. I'm letting these cards go. Just for the fact that we have Farewell and we can exile them, so. Not that I think that if they got card advantage off this card, I don't think it would matter at this point, but. Well, there's our Farewell. I assume this will earn us the concede button from our opponent. We are going to lose 2 memory deluges. I don't think it's worth holding on to them though. We have 2 active planeswalkers. Looks like our opponent's about to sacrifice or do something in response. So what's this do? This card does what? You can return a creature. They have any creatures I truly care about. I think that's fine. I don't think they have any creature in the graveyard I'm overly concerned about. Yeah, that's all they're doing. I mean, we have another board sweep, so like, no matter how many zombies they make with that card, I really don't care. It is worth noting we do have to be careful. Onyx does really go through the cards. So anyway, our opponent doesn't have any haste here, so this matchup's over. By the way, our opponent does have to block here. These can't block, so this is lethal. So it is worth noting there, if I had minus, we could have beat them, but we're in control here, so I get to pick when our opponent dies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, those are some good cards. We hit no lands there. We're gonna win with a Planeswalker Ultimate, by the way. We'll discard the Doomscar to show our opponent how dead they are. Alright, do we kill our opponent with Onyx's ultimate or just casting a bunch of spells? Alright, we're going for the flawless victory here. We're going to flash in this Hullbreaker Horror just to show our opponent we had it all. Alright, our opponent conceded. We were just having fun there. I don't think there's a way we were going to lose there. Also, I know that was not played optimally. We were having fun. Our opponent was not conceding. That is the best time to play a control deck. Control decks always feel great when you win because the games take forever and you feel like you couldn't lose. And then the games you do lose are over super quickly. So you can forget about them fairly quickly. Alright, this hand's trash. Do we believe in the heart of the cards that we draw some removal spells? I don't think we can keep it. This is not ideal. We might lose this one. I was only going to play one more, but We're going to foretell our assault coming. This is an aggressive deck, is it? All right, we're gonna be risky here. We're risking it all. We're going for tell this. Let's see how much damage our opponent can push. We had the Meat Hook Massacre to clean this up, but I think we're gonna pass here. Man, we are at 14 now. That is low. We might lose for our greedy lines here. At least our opponent spread that up 2 and 2. So we do hit a black source here off our Behold the Multiverse. We can sweep them all with the Meat Hook. You want both those cards, please. All right, let's see if our opponent has a trick here. I expect they do. We were a little bit greedy, so you know, if we lose this one, it's totally on me. All right, nothing. To start. All right, I feel like we're stabilizing here. So we have a counter spell up, and we have 1 removal spell, or if needed, 2 removal spells if they activate their cave here. It is worth noting, as always, we need more lands. I think we are at like 27 lands already. Are we dead here? No, okay. We really need to land there. I think we're actually dead. Us missing land drops did cost us here. Alright, sorry. So, to be clear, we are not just dead. I can do this for 2. Hit this, it won't die. I'll gain 2, still be alive. Does it become night when I don't cast anything? Is that how that works? Sorry, Brad. I was like in the tank. I'm thinking through like a million lines and like just do that, and then we hold up March if they animate their cave. So I don't know what I was thinking. I was out in the middle of nowhere. Sorry. I don't know what I was thinking. I was just like, yeah, not thinking very well. All right, how ballsy do we get here? We can shock this in and go to 1. I guess it's not worth it, right? All right, we need a planeswalker, please. We have to march for their cave. All right, here it is. God, this card is so good. So good. So good. Should probably plus there. I'm just making a blocker. I'm playing scared. We might lose this. This might not be the correct play. Yeah. Oh, well, that's fine. It's non-token, right? Oh, okay. All right, I'm starting to feel pretty good about our situation here. All right. I think we stabilized, yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we stabilized here. All right, opponent, you got it. You killed it. Congratulations. All right, they're still fighting. What does this card do when it flips? First strike, 3/3. All right, well, we're still at a high enough life total. I don't care. I think we'll put the devious cover back. Devious cover up back. I think we just kill this right now. If they had the snakeskin veil, we had the negate. Yeah, it's fine. No. Very much over at this point. Alright, you have no cards, opponent. I have a planeswalker, a memory deluge, and a bunch of lands. Alright, our opponent's still chugging along. Got it, opponent. Alright. We're countering and memory deluging. Is that enough for you to concede, opponent? Do they attack? We're going to get them with this memory deluge. This is great. Oh, no, we didn't have enough blue? Oh, no. No. I'm just gonna pass. We should probably kill this on their turn, but I don't want them to draw more cards. Alright, opponent, you can see my hand. What removal spell would you like to make more expensive? I'm really surprised our opponent has not conceded. Is that enough for you, opponent? I'm trying to be nice. Like, I'm literally making tokens, trying to kill them. And they're over here just fighting along, putting up the good fight. And I'm just trying to end it over here. Did you hit a land? Oh my lord, opponent. Okay. Alright, our opponent. Alright, there it is. Alright. Good golly. I don't think our opponent was ever going to concede. They even saw our hand, for God's sakes. It's like we were sitting on nothing. Alright, well, at the beginning of this, I said we never play aggro, and that's pretty much all we played today, so. Last night, all I was hit was control mirrors. They're kind of miserable. It's more or less who draw, especially in best of one. It's all about who draws the right half of their deck. Oh, is this an Izzet player? Did we get our wish? I played an Izzet player last night, and my lord, their deck was so perfect for the control mirror that, like, I literally want to build it. Like, it was so good. If they're Izzet, this is a terrible hand. If they're aggro, we have removal spells and draw cards. This is probably wrong. We'll probably lose this one, but we'll give it a shot. Alright, it is indeed Izzet. And we're missing land drops, so we probably lost this one off of my loose keep. I assume they're going to counter this if they have a counter spell. Yeah, it's rough. Alright, this match is over. We lost. I found these matchups tend to be okay for us if we don't miss land drops, because we actually play hard counter spells where they tend not to. Yeah, this is where we are. It's over here. We're just gonna concede. I'm not gonna play this out. That was a loss because of my loose keep. Yeah, definitely a scoop. It's also probably a little loose of me when I went and cast my card main phase. It probably made it pretty obvious, like a pretty good tell, that we were missing land drops. If I had passed in hindsight, if they were gonna tap for expressive iteration, they would have had 1 mana up, and I could have did it in response, and I had it resolve. But we were just falling too far behind. Man, what is with these terrible hands now? We were doing so well, and then all of a sudden, trash. Arena was like, you're running too good and you're running too hot. We gotta fix that. All right, and this is mono white. We might have a chance on our mulligan. Is our opponent going to exile a bunch of stuff? Okay. I think we just go ahead and kill this now. We'll do it for the full amount just to gain the life. We don't have anything we can do for 1 mana, so. We will need a sweeper at some point. This card is just weird. Whenever one or more cards are put in exile. Huh. So I guess this is the combo. All right. Interesting. Whenever it enters, whenever it attacks. Huh. Isn't that something? Opponent is stuck on 2 lands and they have all the cards. Alright, they're moving to combat. I'm going to do this first. Oh, if we hit a sweeper... Those are not sweepers. If we hit a sweeper, I'm not going to Fateful Absence. If we don't, which we don't, I'll Fateful Absence here. Normally, I'm all about using our life as a resource, but it is starting to be under duress a little. This is rather unfortunate. We were just missing on lands. I'm sorry, not missing on lands. We're missing on our interaction, which is rather unfortunate. We're pretty much dead here. All right, we need a sweeper this turn or it's over. All right, boys, that's a sweeper. That's what we were asking for, right? And then we can untap with a Professor Onyx. What we need more of? We have enough. We'll put this on white. We'll do this for... Let's do this for 4. We don't have anything to do with 1 mana anyway. All right, stabilizing. Starting. All right, play 1 creature. You're allowed 1 creature. Oh no. All right, that's 1 creature. That's perfect. And you don't play aggressive cards like hasty threats. Oh no, what is this? That's so unfortunate. Oh man, that sucks. I couldn't play my Professor Onyx. Watch them have another one. Of course they do. That's why they kept the hand. Hey, we hit 8. Yay. I'm sure they have another one. You have a Banishing Light? No. Okay. Just play all your little 1/1s. That's fine. That's fine. We have other sweeper spells. We don't hit any. This sucks. I really want to take the Memory Deluge, but if we take the Fateful Absence, we can keep our Professor Onyx for another turn. I think we take the Memory Deluge. I think we can hit a removal spell off of it. Part of the cards, baby. We didn't play a land yet this turn, right? Yes. Why just choose 1 when you can do it all? Look at that. Talk about stabilize. That's what I'm talking about. 14 life? This is a racing situation. Portable hole. No, not my Meat Hook Massacre. Is this a concession? Is that what this is? Draw your card, bro. There we go. Yay, we've achieved garbage time. Actually, I'm not going to foretell anything. I'm going to cast a Memory Deluge. We could foretell stuff to set us up better later on, but I'm not even worried about it. We've again, I felt like I've said this many times, we have officially achieved garbage time. Alright. I'll counter this one just because it hits my Memory Deluges. I want my Memory Deluges, please. I do want to be okay. Our opponent finally packed it up. I want to make sure we were still. So with Onyx, obviously, you want to make sure you don't mill over both of your devious cover-ups, so you can set up a loop with them. And we hadn't set that up. We hadn't hit that point yet, so. All right, that was about an hour with the deck of best of one. I think we were, what, either 5 or 6-1, and our one loss was strictly me keeping a very loose hand that should not have been kept. So again, this is the list. I don't know. To me, it felt good. We didn't really get to, we played mostly aggressive matchups today, so obviously we should. But the thing is, you got to remember about this deck here is we're really good. We're good against aggro, as you saw. But you got to remember, we have 2 negates, 4 solid comings, and 2 devious cover-ups. So, like, we are good against more than just aggro. Like, we have counter spells, like hard counter spells, which we didn't really get. We got to showcase a little bit of in his matchups, but just having these cards makes other matchups great. Like Orzhov, Control, we just don't care about some of their cards. You know, when they're playing like their creatures, we don't care. Even like some of their enchantments, again, we have Farewell. We just wipe them all up. So just all we care about in that matchup really is their planeswalkers, and we have enough counter spells to take care of them. And even if one resolves, we have the answer. After playing there, we definitely need March of the Otherworldly Light. Definitely probably want to go up to at least 3, maybe 4 of that card. That card was phenomenal for us. If anything, maybe Blood Chief's Thirst could come out. Could be a one cut. The only problem is all the cards here do feel good. They all have their place. This Gaining Life is great. Blood Chief's Thirst is cheaper in most situations than March. Vanishing Verse is just way too good of a card to cut. Meat Hook Massacre, again, is... You saw how many times it gained this life. Like, this card needs to stay. It's a board wipe. Fateful Absence is just a cheaper March of the Otherworldly Light, except they draw a card. Hero's Downfall is just very versatile as a 2-of. So there's not a lot I would cut for it. Blood Chief's Thirst would probably be the cut. That or maybe Hero's Downfall would be the cut. Hero's Downfall is just a flex spot, to be honest. Vanishing Verse pretty much hits every Planeswalker there is in the format currently. That's being played anyway, besides the 3-mana Planeswalker, the Dimir one. But anyway, so this is the list. Thought I did pretty good today. Like I said, I think it was 5 or 6-1, with our loss being to, I say to Izzet, but I conceded because we had a 2-lander and our draw card got countered and I kept a very loose hand. So, all right, thanks everybody for tuning in. Appreciate it. Talk to you later.